If you gave me $1,000 today and told me I had to start from zero, no connections, no rich parents, no existing investments, this is exactly what I would do. And before you ask, I wouldn't put it into crypto. I wouldn't buy random stocks, I wouldn't day trade, and I definitely wouldn't spend it on some expensive online course promising financial freedom. In fact, my strategy would probably sound boring, but here's the truth. Boring is often what builds wealth. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where every dollar would go, why it would go there, and how that first $1,000 could become the foundation for your first $100,000. Most people think investing starts when you buy a stock. It doesn't. Investing starts much earlier. It starts when you stop making financial decisions based on emotion. Let's imagine two people. Both have $1,000. The first person invests all of it into a hot stock they saw on social media. The second person follows a simple system. 5 years later, the second person is usually in a much better position. Not because they're smarter, not because they got lucky, but because they built a foundation before chasing returns. That's exactly what I would do with my first $1,000, step by step. The first $300, build an emergency fund. The first thing I would do is set aside $300. Not invest it, not trade it, not try to double it, just save it. Why? Because life happens. Your car breaks down, your washing machine dies, you need new tires, you get an unexpected medical bill. Most people think an emergency fund slows down wealth building. The reality is the opposite. An emergency fund protects your investments from your emergencies. Imagine investing all $1,000 today. Tomorrow your car needs an $800 repair. Now you're forced to sell investments, maybe during a market crash, maybe at a loss. That's exactly what we're trying to avoid. The purpose of an emergency fund isn't making money, the purpose is keeping you in the game. And staying in the game is one of the biggest advantages an investor can have. So the first $300 stays in cash. Simple, boring, powerful. The next $200, attack high interest debt. The next thing I would look at is debt, specifically high interest debt. Credit cards, consumer loans, anything charging 15%, 20%, or even 30% interest. Let's do some simple math. Imagine you have a credit card balance of $2,000 charging 25% interest. If you invest $200 and earn 10% in the stock market, that's great, but you're still losing 25% on the debt. In the remaining $500, start investing. Now we finally get to investing. This is where most people expect me to reveal some secret stock. Maybe Nvidia, maybe Tesla, maybe the next company that will supposedly go up 1,000%. But I wouldn't do that. Instead, I would put the entire $500 into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Why? Because investing is already difficult enough. I don't need to make it harder. The S&P 500 contains roughly 500 of the largest companies in America: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Meta, Nvidia, and hundreds of others. Instead of betting on one company, you're buying a small piece of all of them. If one company struggles, the others continue working. That's the power of diversification, and diversification is one of the few free advantages investors get. Why the S&P 500 is so powerful. Let's talk about numbers. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned approximately 10% annually over long periods. Not every year. Some years are terrible, some years are amazing, but over decades, that's roughly the average. Now imagine two investors. Investor A puts $1,000 into the market and never adds another dollar. Investor B puts in $1,000 and then adds $200 every month. Who wins? It's not even close. Investor B. Not because they started with more money, but because they kept investing. This is where most people misunderstand investing. The first investment isn't what creates wealth. Consistency creates wealth. The first $1,000 is simply the beginning. What I would buy. If I were investing today, I would focus on simple, low-cost index funds. Funds like VOO, VTI, SPLG. All three provide broad exposure to the US stock market. Could there be investments that perform better? Of course. Could there be investments that perform worse? Absolutely. The goal isn't finding the perfect investment. The goal is finding an investment you can hold for decades. Because investing success usually comes from patience, not prediction. What I would avoid. This is where many beginners lose money. I would avoid day trading, options trading, meme stocks, get-rich-quick schemes, random stock tips on social media. Why? Because beginners often confuse entertainment with investing. The more exciting something sounds, the more careful I become. Real investing is often boring, and that's exactly why it works. How your first $1,000 becomes $100,000. Here's the part most people care about. The first $1,000 won't make you wealthy, but it starts a process. Let's imagine you invest that $1,000, then continue investing $200 per month. Month after month, year after year. You won't feel rich after 6 months. You probably won't feel rich after 2 years. But over time, something powerful happens. Your investments start generating returns, then those returns start generating their own returns. And eventually compound growth begins doing more work than you do. That's when investing becomes truly powerful. Not because of a single decision, but because of hundreds of small decisions repeated consistently. If I had to start from zero in 2026, this is exactly what I would do. $300 for an emergency fund, $200 toward high interest debt, $500 invested into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. Then I would automate monthly investing and focus on consistency. No shortcuts, no magic formula, no secret strategy. Just a simple system followed for years. Because the truth is that wealth usually isn't built through one brilliant decision, it's built through thousands of ordinary decisions repeated over time. If someone handed you $1,000 today, what would you do with it? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe for more wealth principles.